Welcome to our webinar. Today we are going to discuss how brain processes the information and how it optimizes the signals that it receives. Brain is one of the most efficient computational machine. It works based on the pattern recognition, and based on the pattern, it generates an output that helps in the object identification. All the sensations, all the signals that brain receives through the five senses in the body are all based on electrical impulses. We call this as action potential. The action potential is literally like a tiny electricity, right? So the beauty is whenever brain receives an input, immediately, suppose a signal reach to the brain in milliseconds, and immediate the another signal reach to the target receptors in milliseconds. So this is the beauty of it, right? So all this output and the inputs are all movements at the level of molecules, and at the gross we move our hand and the hand and the feet, and we perceive it as a movement, but actually it is happening at the level of cellular level, right? Now these signals leaves traces of imprints that helps the brain to identify the pattern, right? And the brain actually allocate resources to identify what is relevant and what is irrelevant information, and the imprints fades our time, and majority of the learning and the skill that leaves traces of imprints on the brain fades within 24 hours. Only 23% of the information we learn retains in the brain, while the rest of it just disappears. Now, if we revise the same information next day at the same time, the memory retaining power just increase. After 1 week, our memory is going to improve. Now, what is happening at the cellular level? This is very crucial, and we all must know. Whenever you are learning something new for the first time, the imprints becomes like a dots, right? When you do a revision at the second time, then the more of the information leaves it imprints. In the third time, it becomes more like a solid line. In the fourth time, it becomes a very dense line. Because at cellular level, the nerve changes, the brain comes with an innovative idea of signaling, and you must understand that every nerve fiber has an axon, the body and the axon, right? And it synapses at one point, and they release the information to the next neuron, and the next neuron carries the information till reaches to the target organ. Now, brain comes with an innovative idea. If you go on feeding the same information, you are practicing the same information again and again. It forces the brain to come with an innovative idea of speeding up the execution time. The nerve signal normally in a large nerve fiber travels at 4 meter per second. 4 meter per second, right? But it very like a direct current, like, because the nerve fibers travels very slowly. Then it release the signal to the synapses, and then again it slowly travels at the target organs. But on doing a same memorization and skill building practices and all thing, the brain wraps the neuron with the myelin. So when next time you are rehearsing the same thing or memorizing the same thing, the nerve signal speed changes. So the nerve this time travels from nodes to nodes. At the signal almost shortens to half or one third. That's why we can see that all the martial arts and all these experts executes so elegantly, right? Now how we are going to exploit the forgetting curve, and learning this method can help us to have this effect or changes in our brain, right? So to come to overcome this forgetting curve, German psychologist, he experimented on himself, and he said like, if these are the thing that memory fades over time, and there is a way to it, and that was constant space repetition, where we are going to memorize the same thing immediately after 1 hour, then 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. This is like a revision time, right? And how we are going to revise? One is by we explore the time daily. We memorize the same thing for a particular period of time, or we second we link the new information to already registered memory in our mind and think about it. This is the third. And fourth is like cognitive rehearsal, where we are going to deliberately invoke invoke the uh, new information by imagining and visualization. And fifth is like outcome rehearsal, where outcome outcome rehearsal where we are deliberately teleporting ourselves into a situation, suppose situation, and see ourselves doing things. Suppose if I'm a surgeon, I will now I'm in a class. If I wish, I can I can imagine myself doing a surgery and ask the deficiency and find out the deficiencies and correct now, then finding the loopholes while doing it. In this way, I can enhance my efficiency of the work. Similarly, in sleep, this is one of the another major chunk we are going to discuss in the subsequent class. Thank you so much for joining today's class. I really appreciate, and I hope I have contributed something to your understanding of the brain. Thank you, thank you, thank you.